Hey guys, what's up? It's the Impeccable Investor here, and I just wanted to create a short mini series over something that a lot of people have been asking. It is how to value a stock, how to value a company. As Warren Buffett says, the price is what you pay for the stock, but value is what you actually get. So through this mini series, I want to evaluate some ratios and show you how exactly you can use them to see if you're getting enough value for the stock that you are buying. Alright guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button if you receive value from this video. And what would mean a lot is if you share this video with your investing friends so that they can also learn how to value a stock. Once again, if you have not, please hit that subscribe button and turn on those alerts. And now we'll get into the video where we are discussing first the PE ratio. Alright guys, if you stick with me here, I will give you a great example after I quickly go over the formula and what exactly the PE ratio is. So if you can see here, the PE ratio is comprised of price per share divided by earnings per share. Now, what exactly does this mean? Well, price is the current value or the current number value that the stock is trading at. So you can go on Google and you can type in Google stock and it will give you the current price that that stock is trading at. That is the price per share, which is why it's called the PE ratio. P stands for price, E stands for earnings. Now, what is earnings per share? Earnings per share is simple. It is how much money, how much earnings has the company made throughout the year or throughout a specific quarter. You base those earnings and you divide it by the number of shares there are. What does that mean exactly? It shows you how much earnings each shareholder is getting. So for each share on the market there is, it shows you how much the stockholder, the person holding that share, actually gets in value. So what the PE ratio is actually doing is showing you how much you have to pay for earnings. So if you have to pay more for your earnings, then you're typically, more times than not getting the best value. And now let me quickly explain that to you here. Now remember, before you get overwhelmed, I'm about to show you a website that gives you everything, where it shows the PE ratio with the math already done, and it compares it to the industry average so you can actually see everything in place. I just want to quickly explain here how exactly the formula works. So if you haven't understood exactly what I've been explaining, that is 100% okay. Just understand that you want the price to earnings ratio to be lower because it shows that you're actually getting value. It shows that the price isn't more than the earnings you're receiving. You want to receive a lot of earnings for each price you pay. So for instance here, this is the price per share of this the company, right? If the price goes up, if the stock price goes up, then that means the PE ratio is also going up, because that shows that the price is increasing, the price to earnings is going to increase. So that means that two things could actually be happening here. One thing is the stock price is just naturally going up in value, so the PE ratio is getting bigger. So the stock may still be worth it, but it's starting to get more on the overvalued side. Second, the PE ratio may have been low, but then people may have seen that the PE ratio was low, so people started buying up the shares. And that caused the price to go up, which caused the PE to go up, which is now making the stock more of an overvalued company. But again, you have to compare it with the industry average. Another thing that could be happening here is the earnings could be dropping. If the earnings drops, the price per earnings will also go up. So you also have to evaluate every single thing that's going on here. If the earnings is going down, then you're receiving less value for the current price. So that's why the PE ratio goes up. Remember, you want a low PE ratio on average. Now let's discuss something with that. Okay, so if the numerator here, the price per share, goes down, then the price per earnings will go down. That means that when the price drops, you're going to have a lower PE, so you're going to have more value that you're getting for that price. Now, I'm sorry if I'm losing you here. I'm almost done, and then we'll get into the practical step-by-step how you can do it in the website that gives it to you. But if you can see here, if the price goes down, you're starting to receive more value for what you're doing. However, if the earnings goes up, it's going to decrease the PE ratio. The reason being is if the earnings increases relative to the stock price, then you're receiving more value for owning that stock. It all comes down to value. If you're getting more earnings as a shareholder, this PE ratio will come down because you're getting more money for each share you have. All right, that's the basics of it. Now I'm actually going to send you to a website and show you exactly how to do it step by step for everyone. This is the website that I was discussing. Now, again, if you have already stayed through this video and you haven't hit that like button, I don't know why. You must be receiving value from this video, so please hit that like button. It really helps. So, looking here, this is that website that I was talking about. It will actually be the first link below, so that you can just click and go straight to it. You don't have to try to type in this name here. But it's research.tradeking.com. You just type in any stock you want here, and then it pulls up all the fundamentals of the company. So, if you can see here, what we're looking at right now is this PE ratio, or what is known as the price to earnings ratio. The value is 32.5, and it's actually in the middle of the industry average. So again, when we're looking at all these fundamental factors, you want to make sure you consider the industry average. So if you can see here, if it's priced at 32.50 for its P/E ratio or PE ratio, and that's in the middle of the industry average, you're receiving a medium value for that company. So purely based on PE, Coca-Cola is of medium value in the industry. Now, if you want to see something that's on the lower scale in the same industry, you can type in PEP. That is the ticker symbol for PepsiCo. PepsiCo is in the same exact industry. We have a price to earnings of 15.71. That means that you're getting more earnings per share. So basically, you're paying $15.71 to get $1 of earnings for this company, while at Coca-Cola, it was around $37 you had to spend to get $1 of earnings. This is actually on the lower portion of the industry average. So when you're looking at P/E ratio purely on that ratio as evaluating a stock, then you're going to see that price to earnings can vary. As we all know that Coca-Cola is a great stock, but PepsiCo, based on the P/E ratio, is showing that it is a better value. You can get better value, you can get more earnings for the amount that you are paying right here. It shows it in multiple places. Not only do we get to see it with a 15.71, but it's also on the lower portion of the industry average. So this is the way that you can use research.tradeking.com and the PE ratio, or the price to earnings ratio, to value a company. Remember, in general, you're looking for a small price to earnings ratio relative to the industry average, because that means that you're receiving more value for the price that you're paying for that stock. As you can see here, purely based on this example, PepsiCo would be the better example over Coca-Cola. Now, if you want to stay up to date with the other videos that are coming out, I'm going to be releasing videos on fundamental analysis and how to value a stock throughout the week. This is going to be a nice series where we're going to go over a bunch of different ratios. So please hit subscribe and turn on those alerts so you get notified. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and leave a like or a comment to tell me that this gave you some value if it did. All right, see you guys in the next video.